Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Severance. This is Season 2, Episode 3. It is called Who is Alive? Last time on Severance, we got to see the outies side, rather, after everything that went down, and we gleaned some interesting information. I imagine we're going to catch back up with our innies this time, and I'm very excited to see what happens. So, before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. I also post Severance reactions slightly early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in checking those out, definitely consider supporting. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of Severance. Damn, she's straight up just sleeping in her car in the winter? That's dangerous. That's how you die. Now he's coming back to work with a purpose now. He needs to know what happened to his wife. Why are we running? What is he counting for?
36.
38. What if his innie just like subconsciously kept counting?
Okay, me and Helly will find the goat man and other possible goat people. Dylan, hit the new break room. Maybe some of the other departments use it too.
Yeah, maybe later.
What do you mean?
I'm in a good groove here, but don't worry about it. I'll get to it.
Okay, we'll just show them the sketch.
He's in a groove.
You guys really think they're gonna let us roam around?
They said on the video, we can go wherever we want.
They
Lumon
lied.
is listening, remember?
I thought that meant they were listening to our conversations.
Yeah,
They
he's
are.
right, Mark. I did get the hint of a double meaning.
Be discreet. If they don't know we're doing it, how can they punish us?
They do. They know.
We got you.
Thank you, Helly.
Still don't think that's her.
Are you sure you're okay helping me out with this?
She's not.
Of course.
Okay, good.
You guys gonna smooch again? This is so awkward. If you're gonna kiss, just kiss. Freaking weirdos. Yeah, screw your balloons, Milchek.
I've recreated the paintings. The ones I told you about. The ones my outie was working on.
Oh.
You see, I've been thinking, maybe the hallway's really down here. Maybe that's where my dreams have been.
Yes, sir, they
We
have.
could look for it, Dylan. We could go today. You could accompany me.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, or maybe you go yourself. Like for stealth, you know?
Dylan, what's up with you today, brother?
Stealth?
Yeah. I can't really explain it.
Just swallow.
What's up, Sade?
Whole pass.
He hasn't earned a hall pass yet, so he's got to keep
chill.
working.
Dylan G, come with me, please.
Good morning, Seth.
Natalie.
How's it going?
Hello.
The board says hello.
I'm sure the board did say hello.
The board is jubilant at your ascendance. It wants you to feel appreciated and asks if you do.
I do.
Natalie, you a weird, freaky girl.
The board austerely desires for you to feel connected to Lumon's history. To that end,
Okay.
please accept from the board these inclusively recanonicalized paintings intended to help you see yourself in Kier, our founder.
It's just his face photoshopped onto old pictures. She has scary eyes. Damn, it is. That's...
Oh. Oh my.
You'll find the whole Kier cycle.
That's insane, dude. I would... Like, I don't know if he feels insulted or not. I feel like he should feel insulted.
The board wishes to express that I, Natalie, received this same gift upon receipt of my current position and found it extremely moving.
I'm sure you did.
I'm grateful.
Yes.
It's meaningful to see myself reflected in
The board has concluded the call. Congratulations, Seth.
The facial acting between those two in that moment was just so weird. Salt's neck. Why are we getting to Salt's neck? Family history? Is that your barn out there? Apparently, we're not going home. Going back to work.
Oh, you're gonna...
It's just a miniature hallway.
Okay.
And we're just crawling through it. Heck yeah. Full send, baby.
Okay, we're doing this.
There's poop on the ground.
Oh my God.
What the heck?
What the hell?
They can roam. Free roam goats. Dang. Demonic goat. A man in a goat costume.
Are you here to kill me?
Brienne of Tarth?
No. Sorry, hi, I'm Mark,
I'm Helly.
and we're with Macro Data Refinement.
Why would we be here to kill you?
What is this place?
Mammalians nurturable.
Okay. Where we nurture mammals. Got it.
Irving?
What's up, Shadi?
Alicia, hello.
It's good to see you.
Wow. What a twist. She hated him before.
Her name's Miss Casey. She's our former wellness director.
Oh, there's a vending machine in here
Wellness.
too.
We don't abide such fripperies here.
What? What's a frippery?
Right, well, she's been retired, but we believe she may still be on the floor.
Are you sure you don't know her?
Yeah, the way she said
Maybe you
wellness
should take
was
that pen to
weird.
paper and be on your way.
Not until you've answered my question.
Goat attack! And like, hills have eyes. They just appear.
You should have left.
Some of them have pitchforks, dude.
So, like, is it rude to keep asking why you're a kid? I don't mean to impugn. It's just like, are you okay? They're not like forcing you to be here, are they?
He's trying to do a wellness check on her.
Why are we going to the security room?
You're the new security director. You forgot your crystal caricature. She would like to return it to you. Oh, is this the family suite or whatever?
Dylan?
Hi.
Freaking ear itches. You're Schmidt's girlfriend from New Girl.
Through good behavior and output, you've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audi's wife.
Dang, that's cool.
Nice sack.
Sorry?
You're the,
Oh, thanks. They made me put my stuff in here.
It's like a concert. They make you use a clear bag.
Yeah, Seth warned me that this might be weird.
who's Seth?
Don't you...
Milchek.
Refrain from sharing information that may be privileged or sensitive. Thank you.
Okay. Who is that child?
Miss Huang.
Miss Wong, stop listening to us.
We have 3 kids.
Right.
And
So Milchek wasn't
you,
lying.
No, he. Or... My husband has had trouble keeping other jobs.
He dumb?
No.
He a dick?
He dumb?
What is wrong with him?
Oh, nothing's wrong with him. He just...
He's just him.
He never quite found his thing.
So he's actually kind of a fuck up?
little. He doesn't live on a
Do you want to see a
riverboat.
picture of the kids?
He doesn't bang MILFs. Well, I mean, I guess he does, technically. Her.
So Jim is 6. He's in the 1st grade now. And Ruth is 4.
Wow.
And Merrick just turned 2.
Shit. Look at them. And we live on a cattle ranch?
Yes. Yes, you do.
I worked with Bert for 6 years. And I only ever saw him
Sharing
scared of one
memories.
thing.
So precious. His feelings
He
for
spent
you.
2 hours on his hair the first time he went to visit you.
Really? Yeah.
What is that? Oh, a sketch of him.
Irving.
It's a good sketch, too.
I'd draw one every day I couldn't see him. My numbers went down, but I didn't even care.
Damn near identical. Oh, don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that one.
That's not Bert. That's something else. That's just that's nothing.
How do you know about the exports hall?
What?
I'm sorry?
I thought it was the training
We
room
send a
or
lot of
whatever.
shipments there. We used to go ourselves. But now, they send a guy.
Do you remember where it is?
This is some straight Hills Have Eyes, Children of the Corn.
Excuse me, have you seen this woman?
Hey, stop that!
Her name's Miss Casey. She was the wellness director.
Stop that!
Have any of you seen her?
We decided to send a courier to inform Mr. Milchick of your inquiry.
No, you can't do that. They could kill her if
That's
they find out.
not a Mammalian's problem.
It's in any problem. Listen, we used to be afraid of other
We're
departments too.
not afraid of you.
I mean, you
They just
seem a tiny
disappeared
bit
her.
afraid.
And if we let this happen to Miss Casey, then who's gonna step up when it happens to us?
That's a good question.
If one of your goats went missing, wouldn't you go looking for it?
What's with that smirk?
She used to come do her sessions in our husbandry tanks.
What?
She had a gentle way about her.
What's a husbandry tank?
She said my Audi excels at stargazing.
Oh, her wellness sessions.
Meant a great deal to me.
We won't hinder your search.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
good. He knows something extra.
But before you go, we would like to see your bellies.
What?
Our bellies.
Please.
Why? Oh, because they've been told that you have sacks?
See? Pouchless.
Proves nothing.
Proves they ain't got a pouch.
Okay.
So we're just, yeah.
Guess they told everyone that Macro Data has pouches.
I'm glad we did this. I mean, I hope for you this was, I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
And I'll be good. I'm gonna make you all proud.
I'm always proud of you, Dylan.
Wow. Wow.
I love you. Sorry.
No, it's.
Feels good. Okay. Dylan. See, this is just like also just more manipulation though. Like he's gonna be a good boy and do what he's supposed to do.
And did you do the cookies for Jim's class? It's our week for cookies.
I did not do the cookies. Sorry.
It's a tube, and you just need to slice them, and then you put them in the oven.
Got it. Yeah. Hey, how was the thing?
What thing?
The thing with me.
Oh. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Weird good, but good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
Okay. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Bye.
She works overnights. Security somewhere. She probably works for Lumon.
Which is why sadness is among the most recurrent issues facing the poor.
Why are you talking to him?
It's so astute.
Is it? That's what I was going for.
My babe, this is Natalie Kalin from Lumon.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, God, yes. Natalie just stopped by to discuss my book, actually.
It's a joy to meet you, Devin. You must be so proud.
I am.
I'm sure you know by now that your husband's work has found its way onto our severed floor.
Yeah, do we know how that happened yet?
Miss Cobell took the book.
Rickon's words have had a profound effect upon our workers. We think he's really tapped into something.
And Natalie wants to discuss a version of the UUR specifically for innies.
Oh,
Interesting.
cool. I mean, but what's wrong with the current version?
Nothing.
It's not
the
Lumon's
explanation is
words,
actually
so they
very
can't just put stuff in there that they want the innies to internalize.
It's fascinating, actually. You, please.
There's a certain verbiage to which innies respond more favorably if we just tweak it here and there.
They think that it could be a real game changer.
Propaganda.
Gotcha. I gotta go, but she needs a bottle in an hour.
Of course.
So she said her name's Natalie?
Natalie Kalin, I think.
Well, what was she asking, like, what I'm up to? Or?
Are they doing arts and crafts? What is happening?
Rickon.
Yep, his book.
What?
I guess you and your work friends were so inspired by it.
Oh, Jesus
Yep,
Christ.
they want to do like an any specific cut.
Wow, okay. Well, there's a
Yeah,
lot.
because they
I'm not
know
gonna say.
that the innies treat him like a prophet. So if they create a book
Have you told Rickon
of
what
their
we're
own
doing?
words
Are you
and just
insane? No.
slap his name and image on it,
Okay, so you
then
need to see the after image
they
for
will
like 2.5 minutes.
prophetize
2 minutes, 18
Lumon's
seconds.
words
It's from
instead.
the parking spot to the elevator, give or take.
I think the whole Mind Collective would be very proud of this. As well as your kindergarten teacher. What the fuck was her name? Mrs. Lustgarden?
Yeah, Mrs. Lustgarten.
Wow. Fuck, I gotta skedaddle. Will you be careful, please? I do love you.
Okay,
Even though you left me with the checkered pips, you dick.
thanks.
You're welcome.
What is their plan? Is that thing... It looks like a flashlight almost. Is it going to create like a shadow? I don't know if he's like actually interested in those pictures, or if he does feel insulted, or... Is he counting how long it stays on the inside of his eyeballs? Can you burn this into your retinas? How long do we have to keep the light on in order for it to stay in my retinas past 2.5 minutes? What's up, Sade? You ready to come back to work?
If you want me back, you must accommodate my needs. MDR, non-negotiable. Marcus is so close to completing Cold Harbor. I intend to finish the work that I started. Which is why Milchek must go. He's not equipped for the task.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna fire Milchek.
I'm floor manager. Everything I accomplished, I earned. Through dedication and industry. Not because I was born into it.
Ooh, damn.
I think you've overestimated your contributions and underestimated your blessings. Natalie, please see if the board is available for Miss Cobell and myself. Harmony.
What the heck? She'd think she was gonna get disappeared. That was such an interesting scene.
Jesus Christ!
Are you trying to burn a message to your innie into your retinas?
Yeah.
Because your computer told you that was a brilliant idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else are we supposed to get messages in?
What?
It doesn't work.
What do you mean?
The switch briefly dilates the pupils. Clean slate.
Okay,
also,
thank you.
Also, you could blind yourself.
Thanks.
And how was the innie gonna send you a message back?
That's his problem. I don't know. Oh my God.
Mark, unlock the...
Oh my God.
Mark.
Mark, why are you being difficult?
Fucking door!
It's cold out there.
What?
There's an easier way.
Didn't seem particularly easy for PD.
Okay.
Heard about the OTC.
Yes, indeed.
Did he tell her your wife is alive at Lumon?
Who told you that?
Nobody. She just knows.
Is Gemma alive?
She was the last time I saw her.
And that was when? He's just gonna throw up real quick.
How could you not tell me?
We were interrupted, if you recall.
Yeah, I mean, still.
There is one way and one way only to get information in and out of Lumon, and that's reintegration. I'm better at it now. I can make it work with you. I can sew together a version of you that loves her with a version of you that can...
Yes, do it.
Damn. No hesitation.
I want to see my wife.
This is a kind of a ratchet setup. You gotta be punching your equipment to get it to work.
Lean forward.
Is it gonna hurt?
Probably.
What does your mouth taste like?
Nothing.
Good.
What the fuck?
Shit.
Giving him a seizure.
I'm gonna start with easy questions and get more complex. Do you remember protocol?
Is that the first question?
No, we haven't started yet.
Yes, I remember.
Where are we?
My basement.
In his basement.
What was your mother's name?
Jessica.
Scout.
Fern? Okay.
Name a dam.
Hoover.
What does MDR stand for?
What?
MDR. What is something for which you feel shame? Shame.
Shame.
My dog died.
Shame.
When I was a kid, it was my fault. I left the gate open.
Where were you born?
I'm not sure.
What month is it?
You mean what quarter? Wait.
It's getting a little closer.
I don't.
Tell me.
I don't remember.
Tell me your first memory.
Hey there. You on the table? I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
Damn, he's tripping out now.
Who are you?
Okay, I was really not expecting Mark to do reintegration this episode. I was fully confident that if he did it at all, it was gonna be like end of the season type thing, or like end of the series type thing, where like we don't like we just deal with the possibility of it for so long and then we finally do it towards the end. But no, episode 3 of season 2, that's kind of crazy. But I also love that Mark didn't hesitate as soon as he knew like that was the way, when she's like, there's only one way to get info in and out, reintegration. And she starts like trying to like give the argument for it, like she's trying to persuade him, and he's immediately just like, do it. Like, I want to see my wife, do it. That is worth more to him than anything. So he's just like, yep, I'm in. And it's so interesting because like season 1, Petey is reintegrated or going through it, and Mark is like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm just not interested in reintegration. And then he sees that it literally killed Petey. Like, he knows that Petey died from this, and he's still just like, yep, do it. I want to see my wife. And it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, that's wild. I did not expect we would be at this point for Mark in episode 3. Like, how many episodes are there in this season? 9? 10. 10 episodes. So there's still 7 more episodes of Mark being reintegrated? That's crazy. Where are we going to go from here for Mark's storyline? Damn, that's wild. Okay, who else? Who else should we talk about? Let's talk about... I mean, we can keep talking about Mark a little bit. Him and Helly, they're obviously trying to find Gemma. Him and Helena they're searching. They go for that goat room, right? And they crawl down this tunnel, which leads to an even larger goat room where there's just a whole bunch of goats roaming. And Brienne of Tarth is there. And they're like, hey, you've seen this person, right? And it's initially like they're trying to not tell them anything. They're trying not to have any secrets because they either think like, hey, they work for the higher ups and we can't trust them, or they're like, once they know they're from macro data refinement, they're like, these people are freaks. We can't tell them a damn thing. They got pouches. Like, they can't tell them anything. Until they realize, like, hey, we're looking for Miss Casey and we actually, we want what's best for her. Like, if they can get rid of her, they can get rid of you. And that sways them a bit after they do their whole, like, Children of the Corn, like, Hills Have Eyes thing where they all just appear out of nowhere. The one dude, like, stargazing, that's beautiful. That whole sequence was just so weird. Because she's like, before you go, we want to see your bellies. But yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like Brienne of Tarth's character also knows more than she's letting on, because like what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So when they're like, oh, she's this Miss Casey from Wellness, she says wellness as like, oh, like, so that's what we're calling it. Like she doubts the genuineness of the title or something like that, or like, or she says it in a way of like, so that's how you know her as wellness. So like maybe Miss Casey has different jobs, but she did say like, I've only been awake for like 107 minutes and it's all been, or 107 hours and it's all been doing these wellness sessions. So maybe that doesn't work. But then when Mark a little bit later is like, if one of your goats went missing, would you not try and find them? And she gets this little like smirk on her face, like if you only knew type thing. And she kept looking at that other dude who last season was like, no, it's too early, you can't take them. Like, what the frick does that mean? I don't know. It's very curious. And yeah, and then Mark and Helena had this super awkward moment in the hallway where like both of them were waiting for the other one to like go in for the kiss, because last time Helly went in for the kiss, like she just led into it. And I think Helena was expecting Mark to go in for it, and they just kept awkwardly staring at each other, and it was super weird. So who knows what's gonna happen there. Let's talk about Irving. Irving goes to visit O&D, and he reminisces about Bert. And then we learn about the export hall, which is, I guess, what O&D calls the testing room, like that hallway that goes down to the testing room. So presumably they send something down there. I mean, they send info. Things they print. They send down there, like, haven't they printed like a hatchet or something like that? And they've printed self-defense little laminates, and they've printed, random other stuff. I don't know. But they send that down to the testing floor, which is where Miss Casey gets sent. So does Miss Casey know how to use a hatchet? And does she know self-defense? Like, is she learning down there? That's an interesting possibility. And then Dylan had a wild episode. So like he doesn't want to go and investigate. That's the word I was looking for. He's just like doing his work. He's being a good little boy. And he's doing it because one of his rewards now is meeting his Audie's family. And he has this whole like first date essentially with his Audie's wife. And he learns about his family, and you know, they just get to know each other, and it's just a very interesting interaction. But he also has his like heart kind of broken about his Audie, where she's like, he has trouble keeping other jobs, and he's like, he dumb? And it's just like, no, he's just kind of a fuck up. Like, he, you know, he's like me, right? Like, he just never can quite seem to, you know, get ahead of things. And you know how it is, right? Like, you just always feel like you're trying to play catch up. And he's just so disappointed, and he's like, damn, like, that sucks. But he has a generally enjoyable time with his wife, who is one of Schmidt's girlfriends from New Girl. And I think she had a good time too. Like, her vibe that she was giving off was like, damn, you're actually way better than my husband. Like, she doesn't seem, I mean, she loves her husband. She said she's always proud of him, but like, I feel like she is also maybe going to be falling out of love with her Audie husband and falling in love with Innie Dillon. Like, that would be a crazy twist. But yeah, I mean, this whole like program though, like, leads Dillon to being like, you know, by the book, follow the line, do everything correctly, not ever do anything wrong, because if he's a good boy, then he gets to see his family. And it's just like, come on, man, we need rebels. We need people to fight back. So yeah, I don't know, like, the main four, their storylines are very interesting right now, and there's lots of different things that could be going on. But then even just the workers are so like they had interesting episodes. Like Milchek, his storyline was so weird. Like, he goes in and talks to the board, like Natalie's there, and she's like, you know, the board has gifted you these, what was it, recanonized, you know, characters, or recanonized portraits of Kier, like the history of Kier. And it's literally just like the history of the company and the history of Kier, but like in every painting that Kier was, it's now just like, I mean, it doesn't even look like Milchek that much. Like, the old man one, I could maybe see, like, maybe that looks like his dad or his grandpa or something. But like, for the most part, it just looked like the same paintings, like the same guy, but black. So I was just like, I was initially just like, what is this? Like, why would you give him this? Like, and then I was also confused by his response, because it is like, it's basically like blackface. Like, it's I feel like it would be slightly different if like they were like, hey, like, you know how like in the real world, like, if you gifted someone like a fictional book of like fictional characters, and you know, made it look like them or made them black or whatever. Like, if you were like talking to a person of color and you knew they liked Star Wars or something, and you gave them a book of like Star Wars characters and different things, but instead of like the traditional Star Wars character, it's like a black Jedi, and you know, whatever, like that, I could maybe see them being like, hey, because his response of like, oh, it's great to see myself represented in this, that is something you often hear from like people of color, like non-white individuals, when they jump into a property like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or superhero stuff, where they're like, hey, when I was growing up, I never saw myself represented in properties like this. It's dope that people like me can have someone that looks like them in this. And so when it's like a fictional thing, like that, I can see how that he might have been like, oh, this is cool. But if you do it to like real history, which like in the show that was, I guess, real history, then it's like, okay, that's weird. Like, why are you giving him this? Like it'd be, I don't even know, man. It'd be like if you just took the history of the United States, like every painting of the current, like every president that's ever been or whatever, and you just like, you didn't change their like facial features or nothing. You literally just turned all their skin black, and then you went to a black person and were like, hey, I got you a gift. Like, they'd be like, why the fuck are you giving me this? Like, it is like, I feel like it's simultaneously baffling but also like super offensive because it's basically blackface. And then it also feels like infantilizing towards that person, where they're like, why would you assume that I would like this? Right? They're like, do you think of me as a child where I'm just gonna like look at this and be like, ooh, amazing, it looks like me? Like his response, like he's just like, oh. He's so confused. And then he looks at Natalie, and Natalie is a person of color as well, and she's just staring back at him like, I also got this. And the look they share in that moment was so interesting because like it felt like her demeanor was like cracking in that moment, like her perfect smile that she always has, she was like faltering, and I couldn't tell if she was like trying to be like sympathetic with him in that moment of being like, yeah, I don't know why they did this either, or what the situation is. But then it also just like goes to show that like the role that race plays in like the Kier / Egan hierarchy, like the company hierarchy of like, yeah, if you're black in this company, like they'll give you some power, but like they're never gonna give you enough power or like truly elevate you. They'll just give you caricatures of yourself in their history, and then even change it. Like they still kept the blue eyes, and it's like like I don't even know. It's crazy, and I wonder if this one thing will radicalize Milchek to be like, hey, because like every person in, I mean, granted it's kind of like a family, you know, handed down to their family hierarchy of leadership, which could maybe explain why everyone that's been in charge has been white, but like when we went to the museum, I'm pretty sure like every single person in there was white, and they weren't necessarily all directly descended from Kier, Egan himself. Maybe they were. I think they were actually. But like still, like the family is always in control. Like they're I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it of like this weird pseudo-fascist company. Like they're never gonna truly allow a person of color to elevate too high. And their consolidation gift, like their gift isn't like, hey, we're actually gonna put you in a position of power where they're just gonna give you a book of like, imagine you were in power instead. And it's just like, it's so insulting. Like he puts it in the top shelf of a thing to never see again. And it's just like, it's just a crazy, weird thing that the company did. Who else? Oh, Miss Cobell had a interesting episode. She was like gonna go home, I think, like back to what not Salt Lake, but like Salt Neck. She was gonna go there, and then she was like, psych, never mind, turn around, and she's like, I'm going back to work. She demands certain things from Helena, where she's like, I want to be in charge of MDR. I want Milchick fired because he was a little too eager to get rid of me when you booted me before. And Helena is like, okay, yeah, let's go reset. Let's go talk to the board. And she's like leading her to the car. And the driver looked somewhat intimidating. And I think Miss Cobell realized in that moment of like, oh, I, like, not necessarily that I am going to be killed here, but like, I could be. Like, this isn't safe. And I feel like she sensed that she was about to be like disappeared, essentially, because she is fully aware of what Lumon can and will do to keep secrets and to, you know, keep people from doing things that they don't want. And so she just like dips, and I don't know what she's gonna do, but she bailed. She got the frick out of Dodge. And then, who else? I know there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, Rickon. Freaking Rickon. Natalie's there to essentially, like, give him a book deal, right? Because they know, like, it's just another form of, like, manipulation and control, right? Because they know that Rickon's book made it onto the severed floor, and they are now fully aware that the innies treat his words as if they have some, like, level of, I don't, efficacy, or like that his words deserve a level of respect, or like, I don't know, like they essentially view him as like a revolutionary prophet. And so his words are gonna be words that they quote and are important to them. And so Lumon essentially sees that, and they're like, okay, if we can go to him and be like, hey, you know, rewrite some of this so that it's more innie oriented, right? Then we can essentially control them. Like, we can implement our own words into this book that they will still consider to be like profitory words, but it's actually words from us, and they'll integrate, or internalize these words and like treat them as gospel, even though they're words from the company. It's just like the fact that he is just like, isn't that a great idea? And then his wife Devin is like, yeah, like, cool. Like she doesn't want anything to do with Lumon. Like it's surprising that he's actually on board with any of this, given everything that happened. Like, she's examining all of this, being like, okay, my brother's innie essentially told me that he was being tortured, and his wife might be alive, and an employee from Lumon damn near kidnapped my child, and then another one basically came and threatened us the next day, and you have a Lumon employee in her living room talking about a book deal. Like, what is going on? Like, she's the only one like treating anything rationally. And it's so interesting. But yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with Rickon's book deal. That's such an interesting possibility of like Lumon just using him for propaganda, essentially. But yeah, I don't know. This was a pretty big episode for sure. Like, again, never thought that we were going to get reintegration for Mark in episode 3. That's crazy. The fact that Ramadi was like, you're going to burn that in your retinas because the internet told you it was a great idea, and he's like, yeah. She's like, you're stupid. They dilate your pupils. Like, it's just so funny. But yeah, this was a banger of an episode, and I'm now like super pumped and invested to see what the frick happens next. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Again, I post reactions to Severance early on Patreon, so if you're interested in getting it before anyone on YouTube, definitely consider checking it out. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.